Hey YouTube, it's SoulPrime13 with another first impressions video. This time I'm looking at the Revenge of the Fallen 15th anniversary multi-pack of Optimus, Jetfire, and then the motorcycle triplets. So I've only had this for maybe like a couple hours now, but just from initial impressions, I definitely have some issues with the pack overall. Most of it being with the core class. Actually, let me bring this down a little bit. With these, I'm assuming core class motorcycles, they are definitely the weakest link. I got this pack because I did not have any of these figures, or rather these molds. I know that this is the same as the Autobot, the first movie multi-pack for the Autobot side. So there is that. I do have a couple issues with this guy, but I haven't really gotten to mess around with him too much, so I don't want to bash on him too much, because overall he seems okay. I just do have a couple first impression type issues. Jetfire so far is pretty much exactly what I expected him to be. You know, he is very much a shell former. His entire robot is just hanging out on the bottom. I do like that, you know, they made sure to make his weapon store on the bottom. You know, he's got his cane here, and his axe just plugs in, so that's cool. But yeah, he's pretty much what I was expecting, because I do have the original leader, Revenge of the Fallen Jetfire, and it's essentially the same deal. He's a robot tacked onto the underside of a jet. There's not much you can really do with that, especially considering the sleekness of the Blackbird overall. Well, you know, there's only so much you can really do with that, but overall, you know, I don't have any outstanding problems with him as of yet. Just, you know, having him out of the box, he's exactly what I expected. So, and I do love this plane. I do like the alt mode as it is already. So, you know, major kudos on picking a cool vehicle. My issues with Optimus are mainly that he is incredibly inaccurate. Which, you know, isn't necessarily a deal breaker for me, but this is the Studio Series Optimus, which is why it's a bigger problem to me than it normally would be, because the Studio Series are, you know, portrayed as the ones that are, you know, very accurate and very detailed. And not only is he, you know, way off cuff, you know, he's got his wheels completely flip-flopped here on his legs. These are the back wheels and these are the front wheels, and normally that one wheel is down here by his ankle, where these are on his hips. There's a literal giant gaping hole in his back, both top and bottom, so, you know, that's a little bit unpleasant. I can't say I'm a huge fan of that part. I do like that they found a way to make his swords incorporate in a way that kind of makes it look like they're coming out of his arms, so that's cool. I do appreciate that. Overall, you know, I don't think he's necessarily going to be a bad figure overall. I haven't gotten a chance to transform him yet, so I can't say for sure. But that's really my biggest issue with him so far. Is just he's very inaccurate, and part of the reason that even, you know, bugs me at all is because I know they can do better. They have done better. In fact, they've literally done better with this specific character. You know, this is the Hunt for the Decepticons Voyager Prime from Revenge of the Fallen, and, you know, he's way more accurate. Given this one is kind of a hassle to transform, I'm not gonna, you know, pretend that that's not an issue with it. It's even, I feel it's more complex and hassly than the leader class version of this same character. But, you know, they can and have done better, so, you know, I do have my issues with that. I'm sure this guy's probably a lot easier to, you know, transform, and people probably find him more, what's the word? They probably like him more, if I had to take a shot in the dark here. But, you know, I do I will admit that that does knock a couple points off for me. I'm not saying, again, I'm not saying that it's necessarily a bad figure. I'll figure that out before I do the full review. This is, again, just first impressions, but I did feel the need to mention that because it is definitely something that stuck out to me. We'll go ahead and get this guy out of the way. And last but definitely least is yep, see, they're coming apart. The motorcycle triplets. They each come with these little stands. They're each different because their wheels are shaped differently for standing them up in robot mode, and they are not great. I definitely could have passed on this. I'm hoping that the reason they've done this is that it's supposed to be an Autobot only pack, because if it's not, they really should have omitted these and put the tank Megatron in instead, because he is definitely much harder to find. So if, you know, they do another pack with, you know, like maybe the Fallen and Megatron and, you know, maybe a couple other figures, I'm not really sure. Or maybe, well, I don't think it would really make much sense to do the forest battle because that's literally just the first movie Decepticon pack minus Barricade, so I don't think that's a good idea. But yeah, I think they should do a Decepticon pack with the tank Megatron. Yeah, they do come with a couple accessories. There's this shoulder piece, which the instructions actually say to put this on RC, which is the pink one here. It does fit on her, but obviously being molded in blue is not for her. It doesn't fit on Alita 1 because she has a different arm. The arm on Chromia, I believe, I'm pretty sure this is Chromia. Yeah, it's Chromia. I do like this big blade thing, but yeah, I've transformed these three and they're pretty finicky. It's pretty easy to pop everything off. I honestly thought Alita 1 here was misassembled because of the way this arm orients, because it feels like it should be her other arm, but I looked at the box and the instructions and it definitely orients it this way, so nah, I don't know. Well, actually, I don't think I actually transformed her, so maybe I don't know. I'm probably just gonna put these three in a bin after the review's over. I don't like them. They're not very fun. RC here was literally misassembled, and they all were like thrown in the box, sort of like they were just, you know, tossed in there and then the plastic ties were thrown on top. But her arm was attached to this joint, or this post here, like this, when I pulled her out of the box. I don't understand why or how, but yeah, obviously that's not where her arm goes. So yeah, it's very clear that little to no effort was put into these three, and yeah, they suck. I don't like them. They suck. I would have much rather have, you know, seen, you know, maybe a Ratchet and a Jolt to go with these two, or like I said, you know, a Megatron. The tank Megatron is definitely hard to come by right now, but again, I think this might have been an Autobot only, because, you know, Jetfire kind of switched sides, but I think it's supposed to be an Autobot box set, and I'm hoping they'll do a Decepticon one and get that Megatron back out there again. Yeah, I'm still debating whether I even want to put these three in the review at all. Because, I mean, if you're buying the set, you're buying it for these two. You're buying it for the jet-powered Optimus setup here. But yeah, oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention, it does come with this, which says it's supposed to fit on the arms, and like it doesn't. Like, and I have tried all three of them with their regular, normal looking, quote unquote, arms, and yeah, it doesn't like seem to lock on or stay in place or anything. I don't. It's a waste of plastic. These three are. I feel they are a legitimate waste of plastic. I think they should have just not done these at all. I don't like them. So yeah, like I said, they're probably gonna go in like a baggie or a bin as soon as I'm done filming this. But so far, I'm excited to see how these two play out. I know that in this case, the jet-powered mode does kind of parts form jetfire, which I'm not sure how I feel about that just yet. Mostly because, you know, again, I just got both of these molds, and I'll have to see how it really plays out in the combined mode. Because, you know, if it's effective, you know, that's not going to bug me too much. The original ones from the, you know, back in the 2009 toy line, you know, they didn't parts form, and they just sort of stuck together. But it also did look a little odd in certain parts. But, you know, as long as it pulls off the look well, I think I'll be okay with it. If you're really just looking to get these two, I do think that fourth party company just released a 2-pack of like knockoff versions of these two specifically. Although the last time I saw it on Show Z, it was already sold out. But yeah, like I said, I didn't have any of these molds, so I wanted to get the pack. And as far as these two are concerned, I'm mostly happy so far. Again, I'm going to do a full review and go over my final thoughts, but as far as these two go, I'm hopeful. But yeah, this jumble could have been, they could have done something better. But yeah, those are my first impressions for the Revenge of the Fallen 15th anniversary multi-pack. So we'll have to wait and see what they do from here. Again, I'm really hoping that they do a Decepticon pack to get that Megatron out there. I did order a fourth party version of that Megatron recently, so that'll be coming in. But I would like to purchase an official version if possible. I do like to support the official products when I can. Usually when I buy a fourth party / knockoff, it's only because I can't get the official version for a reasonable price. And, you know, usually that's because, you know, it's been long since sold out, and it's, you know, only, you know, scalpers on eBay have it anymore. The only other time I do that is when it's, you know, specific masterpiece like MP44, where the bot was $500 and I don't have $500 just sitting around, so I bought, you know, a knockoff of just the cab robot, which was like 150, you know, big difference there. But yeah, I'm hoping that these guys turn out good. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. But yeah, for my first impressions, if you're buying the pack for these two, I think it will likely be worth getting, and I am going to do a full review of these two. I don't think I'm going to bother with the motorcycles in the review. So that's all for now, and this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and roll out.